DeFiChain Foundation was started last year when we first started the blockchain. So it's necessary to kickstart the blockchain. Like for all blockchains in the world, you're gonna have to start somewhat centralized because you need someone to start the project. Otherwise, this is not gonna come out on its own, right? So DeFi Foundation was there to necessarily kickstart the blockchain. Like who's gonna register an address, who's gonna register an office. So all these things requires a, a real world entity. So that's why we come up with DeFi Foundation. And over time, over the last 1 year or so, it has kind of outlived its kickstarting purpose. So the goal for DeFi chain is we want to become more decentralized and more generalized. So decentralized in a way that anyone can run a node, and that's why we start our client that way. That we have it today. That most people are running a full node because that's where you can create a decentralized network. Yeah, everyone's running a full node, and even if the key servers that run by DeFi chain, it's down, doesn't really matter because we all connect to each other anyway, and the blockchain can still continue to run. Uh, and also the goal is to become more generalized, is in a way that DeFi chain should not be the entity that should not be the only entity that can issue anything on the blockchain. Like if you're rolling out debt, you're rolling out like loan, it should be open for anyone to do it as well. It's not just DeFi Chain Foundation that get to do it. So with this goal in mind, we're looking actually to abolish DeFi Chain Foundation. I put an asterisk there just because like legally it could mean different things. So I just put an asterisk there. But it's going to be abolished in the most general sense that we're going to have its role greatly diminished. Like it doesn't do uh, the governance of DeFi chain anymore in the most traditional sense. DeFi chain will now run by the community, will now run by masternodes, and that's the direction that we're heading. So yeah, so DeFi Chain Foundation currently controls two key addresses. We the DeFi Chain Foundation controls a foundation address that has 273 million DFI today, and a community fund, even though it's not uh, legally owned by DeFi Chain Foundation, but DeFi Chain Foundation is kind of like acting as a caretaker for the community fund today. Um, so the goal that the idea that we want to bring ahead is that DeFi Chain Foundation should go away, and then we're going to put the powers of DeFi chain into the hands of Masternode to take part in the governance and the direction of DeFi chain. So the next slide is going to be quite interesting. So we're going to burn the whole of the foundation coins. 273 million coins will be burned, so that no one gets a hold of them, and so that's completely gone. I mean, it will be gone when we do a hard fork, when we do a upgrade, and we're gonna burn all the foundation coins. So we're gonna have the coin supply all now lower down to to the coins that are in the user's hand. And the community fund, currently it's sitting on an address that has a private key that's controlled by foundation. So we're gonna destroy that in the UTXO stand. We're going to destroy it, but we're going to place the same amount in a consensus managed smart contract, which means that the foundation will not have access to those 11.9 million DFI anymore on the community fund. So which means that masternodes will now be able to vote on how to spend those community funds. So that's the direction that we're taking. With these two addresses gone, the foundation doesn't control any more coins. So it's completely like it's just an entity for legal reasons. Like sometimes you have to have a legal entity. So without these, the foundation no longer control any coin. So now DeFi chain will now move to the hands of its users. So that's where we're heading.